Yeah, my audio works. You told me to be quiet. Yeah, I'm not so gung ho over the Koa anymore. I watched a brass facts video point out a couple of things. You're stuck with that one optic. Chances that anybody else is going to start using that mounting system is pretty slim. Maybe you get some Chinese knockoffs. And I think, if those units start having trouble in a few years, it's going to be hard to source and expensive, and you're stuck with a Glock slide that only accepts that one single thing. Also, that model that's supposed to the and you're not just stuck with an optic. Well, I'm a lot closer to the bad spot than I thought. Probably going to start losing signal. I didn't think we were this close. Yeah, I hope people pick it up, but I don't feel super confident that there'll be a plethora of options. I feel like that mounting is probably superior to the just rely on the tiny little screws to hold your optic on. I definitely like the way it clamps down on there. Anybody see that family walking along the highway? That is super sketchy. I see people driving, getting tired or whatever, not paying attention, driving on the shoulder all the time. That's scary. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Replace that whole back clamp with a aftermarket tritium sight because what's there is pretty basic. Maybe do a higher sight for those people that want that co-witness. Because I've definitely seen some torture testing where that the aim point koa was abused a little too much. I think if you deform the body of it and then throw it in water, what do you expect? I guess I should have put a link in Discord to see if get some people in here. Pretty sure lawfully armed is the only one watching. I can't believe it's still going. This is usually a pretty bad spot. Yeah, maybe people will watch later. I wanted to see if we get some people dropping in whatever has been happening the past couple of days. I know far from what I've heard, the HPA and the Short Act are still in the big beautiful bill. They've stripped out where they were going to sell the public land. That makes me happy because that's the last thing I want to do is sell all the BLM and forest land to freaking BlackRock. To hell with all that. Um, the Medicare stripping Medicare from illegals in the country. That was taken out, but they're trying to rewrite the language of it so that it complies with the bird rule. So they can put that back in. And as far as I know, they haven't even gotten around to seeing if the HPA and the Short Act are going to pass the what do they call it? The Senate uh, hall monitor, the one who sees if the bills contort to the rules of the Senate. I think if something happens and they completely strip the HPA and the Short Act out of it, I think it's going to be in the middle of the night, and they're supposed to put it up for a vote tomorrow because they want to have Trump sign it by the 4th of July, and they're starting to run out of time. I think we need to hit it hard. If they strip those components out of it, that's the only thing making that bill worth it. If they strip those out, we need to start the campaign to where we try and kill this bill, because fuck all this excessive spending. I'm willing to compromise, whereas we continue spending the way we have been, but at least we will get something out of the bargain. If they strip out the HPA and the Short Act, or completely gut the language and make it just a symbolic, then it's surrender. It's not a compromise anymore, and that's all we've been doing since 1934 is surrender. I like to think of gun control as like somebody wants to cut off your hand. I'm like, well, no, you can't do that. It's my hand. Well, the Democrats want to cut off my hand, and the Republicans are trying to negotiate down to just a couple fingers. Like, no. Just if everybody's probably over there. And plus, I haven't gone live in quite a while, so what little algorithmic power I did have is probably gone. Getting my stream pushed out. I haven't heard any further news about Iran. From what I understand, there's supposed to be a ceasefire. I don't know if that's holding. DLD's live too. Well, I don't know if I have much overlap with DLD. Maybe some people will watch this later. I just had one thought with all this heat on places that power outage. I never had a problem usually when there's storm damage and all of our power lines are still around. We don't know when there were storms and trees would fall on the lines, but that's not the case. From what I understand, my wife was telling me that there's an area around us that was without power for 3 whole days during this freaking heat wave. We went ahead and our gas cans filled. We got like 5 or 6 5-gallon gas cans. We made sure those all got filled. A week or 2 weeks ago, I went out and made sure that my generator starts. So for certain people that feel power during a heat wave like this, the elderly, the kind of people, oxygen machine. some people that really, really, really need CPAP. TMT. I don't know if it's picked back up or not. I'm going to shut it down. Maybe if I get in a better area, I'll start back up, see if anybody's still awake. Anyway, y'all be nice. Where's the end stream button? And goodbye.